Say it again.
Our math.
Hey CVA students, it's Mr. Ng. Something new I want to show you guys is I created this grid view. This is, if every time you see the home button on the slides, you can just come back here. Our game plan, week at a glance, your assignment, turning in your work, links. Oh no, don't click on that, late work. Helpful attempts, top 4, my schedule for distance learning, if you get stuck, the one-pager, and my website. Game plans. This should say week number 7. Let's change that, 9:21 to 9:25. We're going to be focusing on relations and functions, and then the different types of forms and quadratics. Learning goals. Students will be able to determine equivalent expressions in different forms in their skills practice packets. So focusing on equivalent forms, we're going to go through some announcements, week number 7 at a glance, late work, and go over the warm-up question. Remember, hopefully you never have to go in this direction of a referral. That's by just missing class or missing assignments. Room 902 news. Remember, Khan Academy check in about 9 days from now, so you need 2 hours total, which is 120 minutes. If you click on this, this is actually the slides. And remember, you're only watching videos that I assign in Khan Academy. You're only doing math problems I assign in Khan Academy, and you're only reading articles that I assign in Khan Academy. All of those count for learning minutes. If you click on this, I think there is a video of Pamela. Pamela's my old TA, previous student. She teaches you guys how to count up her minutes. It was an older video, but it might still be relevant. Remember, you should have turned in quiz number 2 and week number 5/6 work. That was due, I think, Sunday at 1 p.m. Quiz number 2, I'm going to post the grades into Aries tomorrow, Tuesday, 9/22. Remember, check out my website for old quizzes and tests. And then remember, grades. You turn in your work through eCadence and you get it. And then remember the final grades in Aries. So I know eCadence shows you a grade. That's not final. It is going to be through Aries just because we've had some issues. Let's talk about late work. In my class, room 902, I consider late work, like let's just say you did it 100%, but you turned it in 5 minutes late, 5 hours late, 5 days late. And why do I say it's the same as incomplete work? Like let's just say you have, I don't know, 3 of the 4 worksheets, or you missed 3 problems. Why do I think they're the same? It's because you're not getting 100%, and I want you to get 100%. You know, some teachers only give you half credit. I'm not doing that. Some teachers don't accept late work, but I accept late work. I just want you to be able to finish what you have incomplete. Well, how do you do that? Well, the good news is you get 100% on assignments, but you have to pay a late payment. I researched this on Google. This is a utility bill, like a water or electric bill, something you'll eventually have to pay, or some of you might be helping pay right now. Let's just say you owe $165.37. That's due on February 15, 2017. But let's just say, you know what, you can pay that on the 13th, you can pay it on the 10th, you can pay it on the 1st of the month, but if you go afterwards, you get to pay more. How much more? Well, you do the math subtraction there, $14.51. So you still got to pay the bill, which is like $165.37, and then the late payment, which is extra $14, that's how you get the 100%. In this class, if you are turning in your assignments late, you'll have to do a 1-page reflection as your late payment. So you turn in the assignment plus its late payment. If you click on this down here in green, it'll lead you to a Google form. Hello, you can still turn in late work and unserved detentions. You guys don't have any detentions, but it won't cost you in circles or multiplication tables anymore. This is what you need to do. So if you're in my live classroom, I would have made you guys like do this busy work here. Number 1, the 1-page reflection for every late assignment or stamp. We don't do stamps here, but anytime you need to turn in a late assignment like a packet, you'll have to do one of these. This here is a 1-page reflection. It has an example and you fill it out. Basically, you find a coronavirus or COVID-19 article. 1 paragraph you summarize it, 1 paragraph your personal response, and the last paragraph has it connected to math. At the end of that, then you attach your late work, like maybe it's skills practice 111 or something like that. And then you come here and you paste in your link into the Google Forms. This is kind of like the late tray, right? In room 902, there's a tray. You put all your late work. So that's where you're going to turn it in through. In the template, you will have two things: one-page reflection. Make sure it's viewable. That's just like super annoying right now. Okay, guys, like if you're sharing something with me, make sure you change the share settings. And then pictures of your work. Remember, you're not doing attentions. And there is a video of me going over that step by step. So that is late work. You can click on this later. Some helpful tips from previous students from last year and 2 years ago. Let's talk about your assignments. So week 5 and 6, you turn this in on Sunday, but I haven't checked it. I probably won't check it until Tuesday. So if you still haven't done it, turn it in. Those are the 3 things: Skills Practice 111, Foldable, and Skills Practice 112. Week 7 and week 8's work, I'm not going to check until 2 Sundays from now. So you got some time. We're going to turn it in as a packet. Let's go to, did we do our week at a glance? No, we have not. Let's talk about submitting assignments. Here's another helpful CVA teacher who created a video of turning in your assignments from a student's perspective. Okay, so as you guys are getting like a bunch of assignments or these packets, this is what I've learned from other students, the best way to turn in assignments. You don't have to do it this way, but I found students who have done this, just things are flawless, okay? You basically take pictures of your work, right, your handwritten work, whether you're writing on a piece of notebook paper or printing it or PDF files, and you load it up to a Google Documents, like or Google Slides, like what I'm using right here. And that way you can order them or even put titles on them, and then you download it as a PDF. That way you can upload it into eCadence as a PDF. Let's talk about a week at a glance. We're going to be comparing functions. Central question: can you compare functions to see if they are equivalent? All right, what do you guys got to do this week? We're going to talk about top 4 in a second, talked about lay work, and then we're going to go over that warm-up question in class. But here's Skills Practice 113. So work on that. The next thing is a new foldable. It's called Quadratics Foldable. And make sure you finish it before you do Skills Practice 114. I'm going to post it on Tuesday. So once that's blue, then you can actually click on it. It'll bring you to the Cami PDF, and then you have those editable PDFs, right? You click on that. So you can do the problems without the video if you understand it. If you don't understand it, click on it, fast forward to the end to check your answer, or just watch the whole video, right? So remember, working with Cami for the rest of the year, it's just a way to make the PDFs for me to enter that YouTube link. That's all. And what's also the advantage of Cami or the PDFs is that you can actually write them on with an electronic pencil. Remember, do not use a mouse to write on these PDFs, okay? So that's one option. Or you can print them. It's a lot of paper. You don't have to, okay? Or this other option is write it on a piece of notebook paper. I recommend writing down the question and drawing out the pictures or whatever it is. And then, of course, your final product is uploading on eCadence. All right, what was that top 4 things, okay? In e-learning, things are happening, so I call this the top 4. Stops, slow down, and goes, right? Red light, yellow light, green light. All right, number 1, Google Doc notifications, okay? I don't need to see notified that you've turned in something. How do you prevent that? Number 1, you take your share settings, and you just click on View, and then I would share the settings with everyone, but there's this little like box down here that says Notify. It's kind of like, do you guys want to know if I picked my nose? No, you don't. So uncheck that so I don't get thousands of emails. Number 2, stop sending emails to turn in your assignments. I know you might get frustrated. You're still figuring this out. I'm trying to help you guys step by step. You are turning in your assignments through eCadence. Let's find a picture for eCadence. Where eCadence? This yellow red thing. This is where you're turning in your assignments, not through email, okay? The only thing that was turned in through Google Forms was that first assignments. That was it. Number 3, when you send an email, make sure you have name, period, and date. Here is a real email from this past year. Don't be like that student. I need to know who you are. I have 200 students. Please help me. And number 4, don't expect things to be done instantly. You and I are not robots. Remember, you're a person. I am a person first, and then business or the class or the grade second. So be patient. That's part of adulting. And that's all I have for you guys. So that is week number 7 at a glance. You guys have a good one. Bye.
You don't love math? What's wrong with you?